All right, so this is the face sequence for 131. I have appropriate knee, ankle, elbow angles, and I'm seated comfortably. I've already taken a few deep breaths. So I make contact here and ask my client to take a deep breath in and exhale. So typically you'd run through these techniques 3 or 4 times each. I might not do that just for the sake of demonstration, but know that you can do them 3 to 5 times. So we're starting with using your full fingers and pulling up on the frontalis. A nice slow stroke. Fingertips start at the eyebrows and then you come all the way to the hairline. And then you'd come back to the middle and start again, doing your second repetition. Next technique is thumbs across the forehead. I like to think of this as putting your thumbs in the crease of a book and spreading your thumbs out over the pages. And if we are using the 1 to 5 pressure scale, this is probably a 2 or 3. And your thumbs can even trace the eyebrows. That feels great to the client too. The next technique in your book is crisscross fingertips over the forehead. And I didn't mention before, but you're really not using lotion on the face. It's not a great feeling to have a glob of lotion all over your face. And generally faces have enough oil to allow for gliding. Next, we're going to move downward on the face. So we started at the forehead. Next, we're going to trace the occipital bony structure. So we can start with squeezing the nose, tracing the eyebrows, and without a mask, we would just glide right up over the sinuses. But with the mask, we'll just use compression. And then up the nose, around the orbital ridge 3 times. Nice and slow. And then as we move down the face, we'll do circular friction on the cheekbone, the zygomatic arch. I'm using the pad of my fingertips, doing circles. I start near the ear and move toward the middle of the face. And for your second repetition, you can just slide back to the ear and do circular friction toward the middle. And then we just slide down the face for the next technique to do circular friction at the jaw. So this is the masseter, and you can do both directions. And since we're on the jaw, we'll just continue with squeezing the jawline. So I'm using thumb and first finger, starting at the back of the jaw. My thumb is on top of the jaw and first finger is on the bottom. And I'm squeezing both in 2 directions. I'm squeezing my fingers together and also pressing them toward the middle. Then your second pass, you could start here again, squeeze. And then to finish the face sequence, we've got some nice long glides up the side of the face. Glide at the forehead, long, lovely glides. And then a nice way to finish the face massage is to create some friction with your hands and then place warm hands over the face. And that's the end of the face sequence. So now that we've completed the face sequence, I'll show you the scalp and ear sequence. Really, the scalp just has 3 main techniques listed in the book. And notice when I open up this side of my client's head for techniques, I'm holding his head with my other hand like this, kind of like you might hold a basketball or something. So I slide my right hand underneath and tilt his head to the right. And then the 3 techniques that we'll use are circular friction, vibration or crisscross, and then just a combing technique. So you can use those in any order, and you're just covering the entire scalp. Remember, the purpose of this is just really relaxation. If your client doesn't like scalp massage, then you can skip it. Most people do. It feels just very relaxing. So again, circle, vibration, and comb, and then you would do the other side. All 3 techniques, and then you can even do them here on the top of the head. So that's the scalp, and I'm just going to go right into the ear sequence. So we did face from the forehead to the jaw, scalp all around, right, left, and middle, and then we just transition seamlessly into the ear massage. So first we'll do some circular friction around the back of the ear and the top of the ear. So I'm just using the pad of my fingers going in circles. One pro tip here is to close your eyes and really focus your attention on what you feel underneath your fingertips. Is it the same on both sides? Is it smooth? Is it bumpy? What do you feel under your fingertips? All right, and then we will do what I love to call the Star Trek glide. So 2 fingers above, 2 fingers below, just pulling toward your core. So you're pulling toward the top of the client's head. A nice long glide, and moving forward and starting again from the bottom. And I know I said 3 was the magic number, but that feels great. You could do it 10 times and the client wouldn't mind. Then we'll go into pulling on the ear. So here, using thumb and first finger, I'm pulling, starting with the earlobe, down and away from the client's head. It's a nice slow pull. You might feel like you're pulling their ear right off their head, but you're not. Was that too much? Yeah. So you can pull around this outer edge of the ear, and then you can even do a pass on the inner edge of the ear. And then it's nice to finish this ear sequence with just a still hold, very light, because if you press too hard over the ears, that creates an unpleasant feeling. But I'm just using the very top layer of my hand to create a still point over my client's ears. And that's a great way to finish the entire head sequence.